All right, we've got here 1978 450. Doing a quick walk around on it. We have first here this hood latch. These things are pretty simple. I could probably throw that back together with no parts unless we want to replace the black plastic housing right there. Also, this piece is a little broken up. Might be able to fiberglass that back together or figure out something there to replace that. Perhaps I could 3D print a part that would go in place of the broken stuff. I'm seeing here for the first time this switch. I don't know what it's for. It does appear aftermarket. I'm assuming it has something to do with, I guess this is a security system. I generally leave that stuff alone because those are wired in. Steering wheel. Your Mercedes logo is upside down. That is a quick fix. Also, bit of a rattle. Also, probably easy, a quick, easy fix. The turn signals do not hold on either side. I will pop the wheel off. I will examine that and see what that is. Let's see. We've got the seat trim here, and the seat belt buckle is broken. Could probably just remove this piece if we want. If you want me to replace the plastic housing, I could do that too. What else have we got here? Let's see the Mercedes logo. Oh, their instrument lights are out, so I will pull that out, check your bulbs there. I'll check the fuse first naturally, then check the bulbs. And then we've got this it can be difficult to see. Let's see if I can get it in the light. It almost looks like someone set a 5-gallon bucket on the back of this car, and I don't know if this is getting picked up by the camera at all, but there's a ring that is right here, and it has a bit of a hazy spot around it. I got a paint guy coming by later. I'm gonna ask him about that when he's here for something else. And let's see. Oh, the door latch on this side, I noticed. It doesn't latch all the way. It seems to click once, and you seem to have to lift up the door. Okay, well, it's latching that time. It was having issues latching yesterday. You had to kind of lift it up to get this this catch to pull on here. And that said, these are quite loose, so likely with a little adjustment on there, I can get this thing closing with no parts. This piece is also broken on this side. There is a black plastic piece that goes on the back of this. They clip together, but the issue is, if you can see in there, these things, these little tabs, those break all the time. Those are really difficult to remove without breaking them. But you've only got those two that are broken or missing. Now on the inside here, we've got this issue with the armrest falling down. As you can see, the plastic in there is just all blown apart. So I'll pull this apart. I'll see if I can source the parts for cheap. If not, I could probably 3D print a couple to get that up and going. Find a solution there. And what have we got next? We have, obviously, center console wood, seen better days, but it's 1978. But one thing I noticed is, I'm not sure if this is taped together. I haven't messed with it too much. These things are generally pretty simple. You got a couple clips that go in up here. This pushes in down there. Now this, these ashtrays, you open them, you just pop them out. There's some screws back there that hold that hold the ashtray surround, I suppose, mount in there, and that also is a big plastic piece that kind of runs the length of this and holds all that stuff in there. So I will pop these out, see what's behind there. Should be a pretty quick fix. Likely won't have to get parts. These pieces can be difficult to source, so ideally we don't pull that off, we don't replace it. This stuff's in pretty good shape, especially considering the year, and so I prefer to first do no harm. Okay, now moving on, we've got center console wood ashtray. The top frame is vaguely bent right there. It's not much. I would say it definitely does not need parts, maybe just a little strength to bend that back. It's a little more on that side. There's really not much on this side, but it is slightly up. As you can see, the seal is not making contact. Again, that could probably be fixed without parts. And then this antenna sometimes stumbles when it goes up. Let me see if I can recreate this. So you can hear that clicking, and it kind of stops at the top. Now, this section is not fully extended. Could probably fix that without parts, as it does work. Just give that some lubrication. Make sure it's bent, or not bent at any weird angles. It does appear to be straight, so could probably fix that without replacing any of these components. It is quiet, and it does, yeah, see. So there's that. And aside from that, I can't really find a whole lot else on here. As far as driving, the brakes are pretty spongy. These cars generally have pretty overboosted brakes. That red SL there, it's almost too much. It's very touchy. That's how it's supposed to be. But the fluid on this is pretty black. Brake fluid's cheap, they're easy to bleed, so that should take care of most of that. As well, the sponginess is definitely going to be exaggerated by the vacuum leaks, because it's a vacuum boosted system. That said, these lines are all in decent shape, no reason to mess with that. It drove really well. Obviously the rough idle and the hesitation a little bit. We've discussed what's on in the engine, and okay, now I'm seeing a little more what's going on there. This is a factory part, but these things aren't hooked up correctly. I'm gonna pull these apart. I've got plenty of hoses. I can get some other bent ones in there that can fix that properly and get this thing, you know, hooked up how it's supposed to be. Because I don't know what the last person did on this. I just know it wasn't done right.